Hello, English Brazil. How are you today? Today I have a special guest. Her name is Brianna, and she is the one that's responsible for the session we call it yoga. And so I'm going to let her say hello to you just a moment, and then we're going to go into some questions to help you understand a little bit more about yoga and how it can help you. Okay, so Brianna, please.
Hey, hi Bruce, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Brianna, I just wanted to start, from the first part, the first step. Can you tell me, where did yoga originate? Where did it come from?
Yoga is from India.
Oh, India. I thought it was from Japan for some reason.
No, it's from India. It's much more than 5,000 years ago. It's so long that it's not possible to say exactly when, but it's from India.
Cool, very cool. So the Indian culture is very fascinating. So many different facets of the culture. There's like mysterious almost, So yoga to me is a little mystery. And I'm going to ask you some questions to help me learn and help the audience learn some things about yoga that maybe they didn't already know. So I need to ask this next question. Is yoga an exercise, a religion, or meditation? Or what is it exactly?
Oh, none of them.
What?
It is, yeah. It is very interesting you made that question, because that is the first thing that we have to learn when you study to become a yoga instructor. How many time do we have?
I'll try to condense it a little bit.
Okay. I mean, there's a test that is recognized that as the oldest to address to yoga. It calls Yoga Sutra. Okay. It says that yoga is the suppression of the instability of our consciousness. So yoga means union. Union, it can be your body and mind. It can be art to science. It can be religion to science. It can be exercises. So if we can find yoga in one word, we choose integration.
Wow, very cool. Well, that was a nice explanation. Thank you very much. So then how does it work? How does it, work with us? How do we work with it?
For this to happen, there are some techniques that were created from knowledge and exercises that work the body and mind by becoming breathing techniques, postures, and internalization exercises coming from meditation, so that the human being develops a greater range of consciousness of himself, whether physically, mentally, and emotionally. And in that way, move towards to a state of stability of consciousness.
Sounds a little complex, but I think it's probably not that complex. You're trying to help me understand the best way you can. And so it's very interesting, this stability of consciousness. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So then my next question is, does yoga help to reduce stress? I think it does, but I'll let you answer that.
Yeah. You learn to understand it, but if it will help you or not, the choice is yours.
So it's an individual thing. You can go deep into the mindset of being stable, consciously. And with that, you do reduce your stress because you're not focusing on the stressful things.
Yes. I'll give you an example. Once I was asked, wow, but Brianna, do you do meditations, you teach yoga, you're certainly a very calm person. You never feel angry, right?
Yes, that's correct, right?
No. I laughed like that, thinking about the moments when I felt angry. And often blamed myself for that, which today doesn't work like that anymore, of course. Remember that the meaning of yoga is integration.
Yes.
So kicking the anger out of me doesn't fit into that concept, right?
Mm,
In this
okay.
case, the correct thing is to welcome this feeling of anger too.
Mm,
What I replied to him was that it's not because I practice or even I instruct yoga that I don't feel angry, but
okay.
that I am aware that it is my choice to identify with the feeling of anger, or just know that it exists
Mm-hmm.
and that is manifesting something. Is to learn to observe without identifying yourself,
Okay.
which is a constant exercise.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So, my next question is, are there advantages to doing yoga in a group, or is it best done alone?
Um, there are many advantages to do it in a group and alone. As a
Mm-hmm.
group, we can work with learning to observe without judging, welcoming different ways of seeing and executing,
Mm-hmm.
and still make friends before and after the practice, of
Mm-hmm.
course.
And of course, with you being an instructor, you can teach new techniques and new ideas and new thoughts.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
So that's
Uh,
something very positive.
yeah, thank you. Attending in a particular way, I can give a practice that I call yoga therapy,
Mm-hmm.
where I study the student with all his physical, mental, and emotional needs.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, I can give them their own practice.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he can relieve pain and reach a state of self-realization.
Okay. Do you have private yoga classes that you teach, or is it only with English Brazil?
No, I teach yoga classes in private, in groups, and attend with yoga therapy and give this English Brazil classes.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, in regards to um, the yoga sessions with English Brazil, when are your sessions on the platform for English Brazil? When do you do the sessions with English Brazil?
It's Thursdays morning at 8 a.m.
Woo, that's too early. I'm still sleeping until noon. No, I'm just joking. So 8 o'clock, that's good. That's like the beginning of the work day for many people. Actually, many
Yeah.
people nowadays are starting at 9 o'clock, and sometimes they work late. But it's very possible for people to participate 8 o'clock. I think not everybody, but many people. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay.
think the same. And they can practice in their own house, in their own home.
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of equipment do I need to do this?
Just comfortable clothes and a space on the floor where you can lay down, sit, and stand.
Okay.
If you want to, you can use a blanket, a towel, a rug, or a yoga mat, whatever you have.
Okay. So that's basically the only thing I need then.
Yeah, comfortable clothes and a space on the floor.
Okay. And where is yoga most popular? Which country? Would it be India since it originated there?
Yeah, yoga is known worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
but your concept here in Western, it's a little adapted, brought
Mm-hmm.
as mindfulness, physical exercise, where only women practice, or things like that.
Mm.
In fact, in root, it's done by all kinds of people,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more popular in India,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the concepts of practice are more pure,
Mm-hmm.
if I can say that.
Okay.
And yoga was created for low-income people who do not have the chance to call a doctor if they become
Mm.
ill.
Wow.
So they can practice yoga to prevent any disease that the body will develop.
You know what?
Uh,
Go ahead.
yeah, uh, yeah, we know that many of ills start on our emotional. For
Mm-hmm.
example, gastritis,
Mm-hmm.
stress, or
Yes.
even pain. caused by poor posture, lack of strength, flexibility,
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is that a lot of the sickness that we have happens because of stress. It happens
Yes.
because we don't sleep well, we don't eat well, we don't exercise. The basic things that we should do, we don't do, and then we can get sick. And so having like this yoga technique and having this yoga session will help us and help me to be more calm in my heart, in my mind. And this is a very positive thing, especially during this time of the pandemic in English, that we need some help, you know? And it's very interesting. I don't know if you knew it or not, but Americans have a stigma against seeing a psychologist or a sociologist or somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
If you see somebody, you know, professionally, like you see a psychiatrist or psychologist, it's like the people in America, they think, really, you do? What's your problem? It's like,
Unfortunately,
you know,
yeah.
in Brazil, it's like if you don't see somebody, then they say, oh, what's your problem? Why don't you see somebody? It's so funny, you know. So
Yeah.
having somebody to talk to about our problems is very, very nice. Being able to do things physically and mentally, like with yoga, is extremely nice. That doesn't cost much money, if any at all. I mean, with English Brazil, it's free. Well, you have to actually pay a little money, but you get much more than just 2 or 3 different things. You get, you know, a package of things. But the yoga is a very, very good program for people to participate in for their health, their mental well-being, their physical well-being. I think it's wonderful. So I just want to say thank you for all that you do in presenting and giving these sessions to the people of Brazil. And I hope that more people will participate. We only have about 50 people each time right now, about 50 people, 50 people. We need 150. Okay. No, I'm just joking, guys. this is a startup company. We're just starting with all this. And Brianna and some of the others have been so grateful to donate their time at this moment, because we don't have money to pay them at this time yet, but they love what they do. And they love the concept of doing things in English. That's what we're here for, is to practice English, but to do something practical like yoga. So I just want to say thank you, Brianna, for doing what you do. And I applaud you for what you do. And you're a very nice person.
You're welcome. Thank you, Bruce. I think it's wonderful to have this opportunity to make some activities, some good activities in English. I mean, we're winning, just winning things.
Good. So Thursday, 8 o'clock, guys, that's when you can come. Thursday, 8 o'clock, come. All you need is some place to lay on the floor and to have your body stretched out. Okay. That's what I understand.
Wear comfortable clothes.
And some comfortable clothes. Pajamas.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yes. In fact, many people don't want to put their video on when I'm talking, because they say, I don't want to do it. I have my pajamas on.
No problem, everybody.
All right. So this is Uncle Bruce signing off, and Brianna.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.